Hey y'all, I'm Paula Deen, and it's such a beautiful day today that I'm going to be taking my kitchen outside. I'm going to be fixing a garden party right here in this beautiful garden at the Isaiah Davenport House in downtown Savannah. We're going to be starting out with an out-of-this-world spinach and bacon quiche, and then we're going to be fixing a cocktail. A crab cocktail, that is. Next up is a chocolate delight that's going to knock your socks off. And don't forget the drinks, because we're going to be washing everything down with a yummy fruit punch that's sure to wet your whistle. In the garden or not, it's going to be quite a party. On today's show, I'm bringing everybody to the Isaiah Davenport House here in Savannah. It is the first home that got restored here in our city, and it was done by a group of 7 ladies that later became known as the Historical Society. A lot of functions are held at this beautiful home. A lot of wedding receptions and bridal showers are held here, and that inspired me for today's menu. So I'm gonna be cooking right over there in the garden, and while I'm doing that, y'all go on a tour of this beautiful house, and we'll meet back up in the garden. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. The Davenport House is just a standout gem, even in a city like Savannah, where it's just full of beautiful mansions. The house today looks exactly as it did back in 1820 when the Davenport family first built the home. In fact, the 7 women who founded the Historic Foundation discovered many of the original items still in the home, and they were able to recreate the family furnishings and decor right on down to the wallpaper. But for all its beauty, y'all, I think my favorite place is definitely the garden. There's just no finer setting for making a garden party menu. Isn't it beautiful? It's hard to believe that just in 1955 that this house was due to be torn down. And these 7 Savannah ladies just did the town a wonderful service by saving this beautiful home. And I don't know if you've had a chance to really notice the furniture, but you notice they didn't have a whole lot of furniture. But even though it's sparse, it's still so beautiful. And the wallpapers were put back just like the original wallpapers. But anyway, I hope y'all will get to see some more shots of it. But in the meantime, we gotta cook. So I'm gonna do a quiche for today. And it's just real simple. I'm starting out with a frozen pie crust. And we're gonna start by cracking 6 eggs. And these eggs are at room temperature because they just appear to get fluffier. This garden that I'm standing in has held so many parties. Y'all know Savannah is a very romantic and magical place. And a lot of people choose to come to Savannah and get married here, and they don't have family or anything here. They just purposely choose this location because of all the romance going on. I'm gonna beat them up a little bit, and then our liquid that's going in here is heavy cream. No half and half today for this quiche, but the heavy cream. All right, now I'm gonna take our pie crust, and I'm gonna line the bottom of it with some pre-cooked crispy bacon. Just gonna cover the bottom of that. Now I'm gonna take some fresh spinach that I've just wilted, and I'm gonna cover the bottom with that. I love spinach and eggs together. Now I'm gonna top it with cheese, and you can use any kind of cheese that you like. I happen to be using a Swiss cheese. Now I'm gonna add a little salt and a little pepper to the eggs. All right, and I'm just gonna pour this over our cheese and our spinach and our bacon. The great thing about quiche is you can really do anything that you wanna do. You know, if you like sausage, you could do sausage, or if you liked ham, you could do ham. But everybody I know loves bacon. And I think that will do that. It may run over a little bit. And look at this great little oven. Since I'm in the garden, naturally I don't have a stove out here, but that's no problem because I've got a little oven. Can y'all hear the church bells ringing? Can you hear them? And I hear some children playing right over the fence. All right, so while the quiche is cooking, or while our quickie's cooking, I'm gonna make up a simple syrup because when we come back from break, I'm gonna be making a nice punch because no bridal party is complete without punch. And to make my simple syrup, I'm gonna use equal parts of sugar to water, and we're gonna let this boil and make a syrup. And we're gonna let it cool down, and then we're gonna add it to our punch. I'm gonna have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're gonna finish the punch, and I'm gonna be making us crab martinis, which is really, really good. And we're gonna taste those quiche, so y'all don't leave me. I've got lots more to show y'all in this beautiful house. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back, y'all, and I think our quiche is ready. Oh, it smells delicious. I'm gonna sit the quiche up here and let it cool for a few minutes, and then we're gonna come back and cut and taste that, and it looks scrumptious. Now, the next thing I wanna show y'all is called a crab martini. Now, I'm starting with just lump crab meat, and it's been picked free of its shell, and it's so good. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is zest 2 lemons. This lemon is really gonna bring out the flavor of that crab. Okay. We're just gonna gather that up. And that probably made about a tablespoon. So that's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna soften our lemons up now, and I'm gonna squeeze that lemon juice over our crab. That lemon juice just, oh, it's so good with that crab. All right, so I've got our lemon juice in there. I've got our zest, and I'm gonna sprinkle it with a little seasoning salt, and I'm gonna toss just a little bit of mayonnaise in here to bind this. You wanna keep your flavors very, very simple because you just wanna enhance the fresh crab because the crab is so good and sweet, and you want that flavor to be the headliner of this dish. And because it's called a crab martini, I'm gonna be serving in a martini glass. And I'm gonna come over here and cut us a piece of lemon. And I'm just gonna rim that glass with some lemon juice. And then I'm gonna put some seasoning salt in my bowl. And then I'm just gonna run that martini glass around in that bowl. So when I'm eating my crab, I can just accidentally let my fork brush against the rim of that glass and get that good old salt out of it. I'm gonna take some asparagus and just cut some of these tender ends off. Just like that. And I'm gonna toss them over into my crab. And that'll give us a pretty little bit of green color. All right, so let's bring our glass back. I'm gonna come in here with our chard. And then I'm gonna tuck some crab in it, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna come in here with some asparagus. And no martini is complete without an olive. And just in case somebody wants a little bit more lemon, look how beautiful that is. And it's not like you're having to balance a plate on your lap. And it's magnificently simple, beautiful, and tasty. And I don't have the heart to eat out of that dish. It's so pretty, but I think I am gonna come in here and just make sure it's just like it should be. It's just yummy. Our quiche is cooling down, so I really want to put this punch together before that gets totally cold on me. In my pitcher, I've put a large can of pineapple juice, and to that we're going to add frozen lemonade, a frozen concentrated orange juice, and remember that simple syrup that I was making? Well, I have it right here, and it's chilled now, and I'm just going to pour that in with our juices, and this is really, really going to sweeten up. Now, I have a bowl of fresh strawberries, and I'm using a little stainless steel bowl as my mold today. And all I've done is pull the green stems off of the strawberries. And I'm gonna cover our berries with our punch. And then I'm gonna stick this in the freezer because this is gonna be our ice mold that's gonna keep our punch nice and chilled for us. In fact, I have one that's been in the freezer, and normally you would just dip this in a little hot water and lift it out and it would come out of the bowl, but we don't have hot running water out here in the garden at the Davenport house. So I'm gonna just try to gently persuade this to come out. There it is. See how pretty that is? So I'm gonna take a Sprite, 7-Up, ginger ale, whatever your favorite clear drink is. Now we're just gonna take this and we're gonna pour it over our berries. Aren't those berries just beautiful, the way they're in a great big clump? All right, now I think I'm gonna stick just a few lemon rings in there. Now you could do orange rings or lime rings, anything you wanted to, or you didn't have to do a thing at all, but I think that's how I'm gonna dress mine. And I'm just gonna throw some fresh mint in there. Oh, great time of day, it looks so good. I wish one of those berries would come loose. Ooh, look how good that looks. All right, now I wanna come over here and I wanna cut us a piece of quiche. Oh, yum. All the bacon rose to the top. You know, why do girls like quiche so much? I don't know why we do, but I know you've heard of that joke, real men don't eat quiche. I don't know why men think that it's just not a dish meant for them, but I know Michael loves them. So I've got my crab salad ready, and I've got my punch and this beautiful quiche. Ooh, so everything looks so good. I got to leave and clean up, and when we come back, I'm gonna be making a chocolate delight. But in the meantime, before I clean up, I'm gonna taste all this stuff. Oh my God, it's so good. I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. You know, it just wouldn't be a garden party for us girls without something chocolate. So I'm gonna be making a very, very easy chocolate delight. I'm gonna start with a devil's food cake, and I have to tell you, it's just a box cake mix. Nothing fancy smancy about it. Now, all I'm gonna do is cut our cake into bite-sized squares, just like this. And this doesn't have to be cut perfect, because it's gonna get all mixed in with all our other ingredients. So we're just gonna take our devil's food cake and put us a layer in the bottom of our trifle dish, just like that. Then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna nestle us down a couple of cubes of cake in that. And now we're gonna take a chocolate pudding. Now your chocolate pudding, it really doesn't matter. You can use an instant pudding or you can make one from scratch. So whatever you feel comfortable with on your pudding is quite all right. But I'll have to tell you this, the cooked
pudding that you can buy in the box is very, very good. All right, and I'm gonna come over here and give it a layer of pudding. The reason that I like to do it in individual glasses when I'm having this type of party that I want it kind of clean and not a lot of mess, the girls can just walk up and get their glass. There's no dipping and worrying about getting it on their clothes and making it ugly. I can make sure that everybody's serving is nice and pretty and clean. Where if you dip, you don't always have that guarantee. Now I'm gonna step over here. I've started beating some whipping cream, and this is just fresh, heavy cream. And I'm gonna add a little powdered sugar to it. All right. Now we're gonna take our whipped cream and we're gonna just put a layer of that over that cake, and that chocolate pudding looks delicious. Now I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna do the same thing in our little individual serving. All right, now I'm gonna drizzle it with a little chocolate syrup. Just gonna drizzle that around. Yum, I love this chocolate syrup. I love it on vanilla ice cream. Now I've got some toasted pecans that I'm gonna just sprinkle around on there. And then we're gonna do it one more time with the chocolate cake. Just tuck it in there like that. I'm gonna tuck this in here. And another tuck. And then we're gonna come back in here with that chocolate pudding. Gonna do the same thing over here. All right, and then we're gonna go back with our whipped cream. And you can see the pretty white layer down there that our whipped cream has made. All right. And some more toasted pecans. And I think I'm gonna finish this off with just a few cherries. And do the same thing with our glass. How good does that look? And I think it worked out well that I made an individual glass, don't y'all? That'll give me something to eat out of. And when we come back, I'm gonna be making table centerpieces.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
For today's tip, I've got the neatest little thing in the whole world. It's a fruit tree form. Now you can see right here, I've got some lemon trees, I've got some orange trees, and some lime trees. And we filled them in with pittosporum, or you can use boxwood. And we've tucked some grapes in these so they make just beautiful centerpieces. And these things work so easily. All you have to do is select the fruit that you want to use, and you just stick them onto the nails, just like this. You can put these together just in a matter of minutes. And like I said, this pittosporum looks just beautiful tucked in there, and that fills in all of your spaces. And the pineapple, you just sit on top, give it a push, and it's attached into those nails. So I'm gonna take this beautiful arrangement and I'm gonna sit it next to the bowl of punch, and it's gonna be spectacular. I really hope that y'all like what I've done today. This is just a perfect menu for a girlie's garden party. The chocolate delight and the bacon and spinach quiche is so yummy. And the crab salad is just perfect for the young girls that want to maintain that girlish figure. And before we leave today, I'd like to just give a special thanks to all the wonderful people here at the Davenport House that opened up their arms to you and to me. And until next time, I send y'all love and best dishes from one of our national treasures to yours.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.